All right, everybody, welcome back to the show, baby. Welcome back to the show. You know what we do. We bring that real news and not that fake news. And it's Monday, baby. It's Monday, August 26th, 2024. And we got all types of news going on. We got all types of news going on out there. And, you have the anniversary of Abbey Gate getting blown up. Snipers seen the person. They weren't allowed to shoot. There's all types of evidence out there of Joe Biden getting $27 million. We don't get none of that. I don't understand why we don't get nothing. Why do we get nothing? I don't understand why we don't get nothing. You have the Telegram, the Telegram app. You know, it's supposed to be, it's like a secret one where they can't trace you and stuff like that. They can trace everything you do. Your phone is constantly listening to you. And he got arrested in France. You can't go to France no more. You know what I'm saying? If I go to France, and probably half my listeners, if they go to France, you will be arrested. You will be arrested for fake news, I guess. Propaganda. Same thing they're doing to the January 6th people. We only got one hope. It's on November 5th. You got to get out there and vote Donald Trump. This time, Donald Trump knows the players. I just saw him with Sean Ryan. I watched the Sean Ryan interview with Donald Trump. I love Donald Trump to death. My only gripe with Donald Trump is I wish someone would just ask him questions like debate style. You know, they give him 2 minutes and they cut him off and ask him another question. Because Trump will run, baby. He will run. He's a spokesman of the United States of America. And he knows, like he said, he knows the true players now. So we got Kamala Harris out here. Kamala Harris still has not done any interview. She got the nomination. She had the DNC. No interviews. Friday, nothing. Saturday, nothing. I thought Sunday Kamala would go on like the Sunday shows, how they always do. She didn't show up. Today was Monday. And like I said, Trump went to the Arlington cemetery where they laid the wreaths for the 13 soldiers that died, I guess, 3 years ago at the Abbey Gate. Many more were wounded when they had the suicide bomber blow up the spot. And it's just sad to see that. That not even one other politician showed up. Only Trump. Nobody else showed up. I don't understand that. I feel we need some more support for that. I mean, if people are going to lay their line down on this country and you want them to sign up and serve in the military, then you got to know you're going to represent them in their death. And these families get nothing after that. You know what I'm saying? They lose a son, a daughter, and nothing. No compensation, no nothing from the federal government. So something's got to be done with that because these are the brave men and soldiers that protect our freedom, You know what I'm saying? They're the front line. Then you got the police officers and supposedly have the CIA and all that stuff. New information about the CIA is coming out and the FBI is coming out. The Trump assassination. Whistleblowers are whistleblowing. Still don't know how that happened. I don't understand how that could be breached. 130 yards away could just be wide open, bro. Just wide open. And everything I've known about assassination attempts, Andrew Jackson, Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy, William Taft got assassinated by a bathtub. I believe if my history books are right, but it's very odd considering that there's been 46 presidents and I think 5 or 6 of them have had assassination attempts. George Washington too. I mean, have you ever got into the maybe we have to do a deep dive on this, but the people that signed the Declaration of Independence, most of them were hunted down and killed. And nobody knows. But like I said, we're in today's news and all that, but history does matter because it repeats itself, and we got to keep on going. We got to stay strong. We want to build America to be strong again. You got to stay strong. You got to be strong. You got to vote for Donald Trump on November 5th, baby. Get out and vote for Donald Trump. Where's Kamala Harris? You know what I'm saying? Kamala Harris is doing nothing. They're doing the Joe Biden routine. How in the hell can Kamala Harris not do one interview? It's astonishing. It's astonishing that they're just going to let this happen. It's going to happen right in front of our faces. And I don't know. God forbid that Trump loses this election. I mean, I don't know. I don't see how he lost the last one in 2020, and then we saw all the shadiness with Georgia, Pennsylvania. I mean, is there going to be a pipe burst? Will there be a black swan event? Like I said, baby, we in the jungle, baby. We are 100% in the jungle. And you got to protect yourselves at all times. If you do not protect yourselves, then you can end up hurt. And we don't want nobody to get hurt. And that's why I feel like with this whole debate, Kamala now is trying to say, Trump's chicken. But Trump's not chicken on a debate. Kamala now wants to sit down with notes. Listen to this. Kamala Harris, the VP, wants to sit down with notes now and have muted microphones. Before, Kamala was like, we agreed with all the stuff that was going to be on ABC. This is supposed to be September 10th. So, I mean, we're 2 weeks away, basically. And it's astonishing that they won't, you get no information from Kamala. You get zero. There's pretty much no policy. Now I saw something about Kamala Harris wants to build the wall, and she also wants no tax on tips. So what is it going to be? That's the $1 million question. What is it really going to be? Because we're just out here trying to spread the news, and we're trying to stay focused. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to stay focused, and the media's going to throw a bunch of stuff at you. Russia, Ukraine. I thought Israel and Gaza was in a ceasefire, but it looks like they're not. It looks like they're not in a ceasefire whatsoever. I don't know what's going up with that. Chat, hit me up with something. Hit me up what you all think of what's going on, because I have no clue. There's a bunch of interviews out there. Like I said, I did see the Sean Ryan with Donald Trump. Donald Trump was with somebody else, too. Who was Trump just? I can't even think about it, but Trump was just somebody else. But Trump's hitting the podcast circuit. You know what I'm saying? He's hitting the YouTube superstars. Theo Vaughn. That's right. Trump and Theo Vaughn had one. So Trump's making the rounds. You know what I'm saying? He was with Aiden Ross. Of course, we talked about that. So it's very interesting, but I just want to get up into all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're just out here trying to do a daily show every other day, maybe twice a day. We got astronauts stuck in space. They just out here hitting us to everything. I don't know if anything's going to hit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it feels like. Is anything going to hit? So that's why I feel like we have to protect ourselves, because I feel like something might happen around the debate. Maybe something happens around the election. Colleges get ready to come back. Are they going to bring back the Israel-Palestine protest? I don't think they will, because that sort of hurts their agenda. And then, of course, you had, we talked about the other day, Bobby Kennedy Jr., Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has joined Trump, joined him on stage, hit him with the Foo Fighters. There goes my hero with all the fireworks. It's great stuff. Then all the Foo Fighters are trying to pretend like they didn't allow it. But I guess I thought the Foo Fighters I thought Dave Grohl should have known better. After Nirvana, he would have started his own stuff, but I guess he gave away his masters to BMI. BMI is a record label, so Dave Grohl does not own his masters. It's sad, but it makes sense now why the Foo Fighters are always out on tour. You know what I'm saying? They tour a lot, and Taylor Hawkins, R.I.P. Taylor Hawkins was a Trump fan, 100%, R.I.P. And I remember the whole Foo Fighters thing too. Like you couldn't get into the show if you weren't vaccinated. That whole vaccine thing has to go away. It has to go away. How does that dominate the news? You know what I'm saying? How does that dominate the news? And I guess the only way you can push back on the fake media is this is a masterclass. I guess I'm going to play a video here, and this is a masterclass of what you're supposed to do when the Democrats are pushing at you. This is Tom Cotton. He's on ABC. Their show, Sunday shows are lit. If you like politics and you're into the Sunday shows, that's where they get usually the heavy hitters and all that stuff. You'll get stuff like that you're not going to get from Fox News and CNN because they know they're going to go there and they're going to get some hits because people are paying attention. But let's pull this up and play this. But this is how you deal with the mainstream media in 2024. You got to push back on their lies because they're going to say everything they can to you, but they're going to lie to your face.
And President Trump is going to draw a sharp contrast with Kamala Harris, who has supported things like decriminalizing illegal immigration or giving taxpayer-funded health insurance to illegal aliens or taking away health insurance on the job for 170 million Americans, banning gas cars, confiscating firearms.
What do you mean taking away health insurance? What are you talking about?
She said when she ran for president that she wants to eliminate private health insurance on the job for 170 million Americans, John.
Yeah, I mean that is not her position now.
How do you know that's not her position? How do you know that's not her position?
I mean, she says she no longer supports Medicare for all.
She has not said that. Okay. Maybe anonymous aides on a Friday night have said that, but the last thing that she said on
this was not a radical convention. I mean, she as you heard me go through with Bernie Sanders, she is not taking the positions of the far left of her party. She's clearly making an effort to move to the middle.
I did hear what you said to Senator Sanders, and I thought it was clear that he's very disappointed that she's taking these efforts not to change her positions, but to hide her positions, John. The American people are totally justified to conclude that Kamala Harris is a dangerous San Francisco liberal based on what she campaigned on the last time she ran for president and what this administration has done for the last 4 years. Again, you would have thought watching the Democratic convention last week that the Democrats are not in office, that they're not in power, that they're campaigning against an incumbent Republican, when in reality, she's been part of the failures of the Biden-Harris administration for 4 years. And when she campaigned for president, in her own right, she did in fact promise things like decriminalizing illegal immigration and taking away health insurance.
But that's a position she's clearly changed on, and she has said she has changed. Yes, she has.
No, she has not. John, she has not said that.
And that's how you got to push back. You see how she kept saying there was 2 different policies there that they were saying that Kamala pushed back on, and she doesn't support that anymore. So I think Kamala Harris is probably going to be cooked at the end of the day. I don't know, because Biden, 81 million votes. The media was like, oh, yeah, Biden's popular. Nobody really said nothing. The media was censored heavy. They were deleting stuff left and right. Remember, right before the election, they deleted the Hunter laptop leak. They deleted everything. They were banning people, and then they had to lock everybody up on January 6th who just showed up there to protest peacefully to stop the Steele rally. They turned it into a bunch of nonsense and lies. But, I mean, I don't know what they're looking for, but hopefully we got Laura Trump now, head of the RNC, and she's deploying a lot of people. I heard they're getting a little pushback in a couple states in Detroit. I believe Detroit, where the Democrats hired 1,000 extra poll watchers than the Republicans. And according to the law, it's supposed to be equal. So if there's 1,000 Democrats, there's 1,000 Republicans to watch over the poll workers to make sure the signatures, the IDs, and all that match. But a lot of these states here, you can just show up and get a ballot, mail-in ballots in a lot of states too. North Carolina, I believe, is going to be one of the first states jumping off for mail-in ballots. And within a couple weeks, I think even before the debate, you'll be able to vote without seeing the debates. Trump's going to kill Kamala. That's why I'm worried about if there's going to be some type of black swan event to stop it, to back out. She can't go off the teleprompter. She has to be on the teleprompter. If Kamala Harris is off the teleprompter, you see how awkward she is. She laughs. She can't come up with it. She's a very smart person, but she just can't come up and just have small talk and jive and just know the facts. She's on something else. Who knows what Kamala does all day? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I mean, she got a law degree, so you figured you got to be smart to get a law degree, but I guess apparently they just hand out law degrees to anybody you want. I feel like I could go in and defend a lot of cases in court if I had to without knowing the laws. You know what I'm saying? Just wordsmithing, I guess. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But if the law's the law, then it's like bang, boom, you're off, you're out of here. But let's get into President Trump, baby. I guess they're trying to say that when Trump went to the to the National Cemetery, Arlington National Cemetery, for the 13 soldiers that passed away 3 years ago in Afghanistan. That it's like political play, but Trump is all about the military, loves the military families. And I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Donald Trump, if someone died in World War II, I don't know if he's doing this for every soldier, but my grandfather passed away. He was a World War II vet, and he signed a thing saying he's sorry for the loss and all that, and he sends it out to the families. I mean, what other presidents do that? Joe Biden, he's checking his watch. You know what I'm saying? He didn't show up today, so Donald Trump in that book is just killing it, so let's play him and see how the media wants to portray it, because the media, you know what I'm saying? It's just nobody watches them no more. We're giving up on the media.
Jump to the campaign a little bit. This morning, former President Trump was at Arlington National Cemetery, where he marked the 3-year anniversary of the bombing that killed 13 service members during the Afghanistan withdrawal. This is someone who, according to his own former chief of staff, said Americans who died in war are, quote, suckers and losers. Trump denies that, although John Kelly confirms that Trump did say that. He more recently said a civilian award is, quote, better than the Medal of Honor. You're a former Army Ranger. Is he politicizing these soldiers' deaths? Should he even be at Arlington National Cemetery if he's going to make some politics out of this?
Well, I also mourn the death of those 13 service members. You know, every death of a service member is a tragedy. At the same time, I mourn the deaths of the over 2,400 service members who died during the 20 years we were at war. And I just look at President Biden, under whose leadership we actually ended and made the tough decision to end our nation's longest war. It became very clear to me years ago that this war was not winnable through military means. And sitting here today, we are honoring the death of those who died in service to our country. And at the same time, we are not at war in Afghanistan. And that was the right decision by President Biden.
And as you know, the former president is now suggesting he may skip that debate next month with Vice President Harris. When we say next month, it is coming up very quickly. It's in the next couple of weeks. In a post on the Truth Social account, he says, why would I do the debate against Kamala Harris on that network, going after ABC, saying stay tuned. Any thoughts on that?
Well, I'm somebody that believes there should be debates. You know, and this actually goes to what I'm doing here today in Pennsylvania. Right? America should condemn political violence. There's no room for it, period, in our discourse, in our political system. At the same time, we're going to have a political campaign. And there's nothing wrong with that. America has to learn how to disagree again, how to have tough debates, sometimes fierce debates. And we're going to have those debates. So, you know, Vice President Harris has been really clear. She's ready. She's ready to debate, to get this on. And I hope Donald Trump is willing to step up and also have those debates, because there's really important issues for the American public to see the differences in those candidates.
And that's 100% facts that CNN lies 24/7. Suckers and losers has been disproven so many times. It was a guy Trump fired. There was 27 other people in the room. The Atlantic newspaper lied. So this is what the media does. We know they lied to us. We know they lied to us, right? We already know. We know Building 7. We know COVID, right? We know JFK. We know the moon landing. We know about dinosaurs. We go on and on. You know what I'm saying? We go on and on here, baby. We're going to keep it real, and we're going to stay real. That's the only thing you can do out here. It's the only thing you can do out here. And I don't know what's going on now. They want to take our freedom of speech. They want freedom of speech. Kamala wants the gun, so we can't say what we want. We can't defend ourselves. That's what they want. They want to take away the First Amendment and the Second Amendment. That's what they want. They already took away your Fourth Amendment for search and seizure. They've taken away everything. Pretty soon they're going to take away your Fifth Amendment, where you can't incriminate yourself. Be like, hey, I'm going to plead the Fifth. Can't do nothing no more. Everybody's rolling over in their graves if you're a founding father. We defended this. We got into a war with the greatest empire of all time over 2% T-tax. The greatest war machine ever to date until us. Now we the greatest war machine in the world. They tax the shit out of us. You know what I'm saying? Tax your ass. Tax it. You know what I'm saying? You tax when you're born. Then you got to take so many shots. Then you got to go to their schools. Then you got to go to a job to work for their stuff. So, hey, what are we going to do? We got Trump. We got Kennedy. We got J.D. Vance. I feel like we're winning out here. We're still winning no matter what they try to throw at us. We're going to keep on winning. We're going to keep on winning. And I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. That's what I'm saying. I'm worried about what they're going to do and how safe we got to stay safe. But here's what the government will do. Here is the owner of Telegram. He built Telegram. Telegram is under fire. It's an app service that's supposed to be low-key and all this. But I guess France brought him up on charges of, like, you can smuggle drugs, child stuff, all this other stuff. But Facebook, Instagram, they all do it. Snapchat. But they went after Telegram because Telegram is low-key. It's like it's the second app I go to. You know, I got Twitter or X, and then I go on Telegram because Telegram, everybody's there. You know what I'm saying? They hit you with fire, and you can go down rabbit holes. It's like Reddit. I'm surprised they haven't got rid of Reddit yet because you Reddit boys will just, I mean, you can find anything on Reddit. But here's the Telegram guy right here. This is the guy that's arrested in France right now. He's under like 12 counts. You know what I'm saying? I guess he is the next Julian Assange. They need a Julian Assange to be like, hey, you can't be having no free speech out here. But listen to what he's got to say here.
But you know, there's this second part, which was probably more alarming there in the U.S. We got too much attention from the FBI, the security agencies, wherever we came to the U.S. So to give you an example, last time I was in the U.S., I brought an engineer that is working for Telegram, and there was an attempt to secretly hire my engineer behind my back by cybersecurity officers or agents, whatever they are called.
The U.S. government should hire your engineer?
That's my understanding. That's what he told me.
To write code for them or to break into Telegram?
They were curious to learn which open source libraries are integrated to the Telegram's app, you know, on the client side, and they were trying to persuade him to use certain open source tools that he would then integrate into the Telegram's code that, in my understanding, would serve as backdoors.
Would allow the U.S. government to spy on people who use Telegram?
The U.S. government, or maybe any other government, because a backdoor is a backdoor regardless of who is using it.
And that's 100% true. That's 100% true. And the government already does that. We already know they do it. We already know. They did it with Facebook, Zuckerberg, Twitter. They did it. Like I said, they shut down everything. They don't want us to know the real truth. They don't want us to know real truth. You got to get out and vote. Go out and register to vote. It's cool to vote. I promise you. You might be nervous to go there and vote, but that's how I felt a long, long time ago, 20 plus years ago. And then I voted. I was like, you know what? Let's vote. You know what I'm saying? Let's fucking vote. So get out and vote on November 5th. I don't care who you vote for, but vote to save the country. You know what I'm saying? Vote to make your paycheck bigger. Vote to make yourself safer. That's the only thing we can do, baby. It's the only thing we can do. And I'm going to get on out of here, baby. You know I'm always back. I'm always back. You can follow me at Rock and Roll Rebel everywhere. Rock and Roll Rebel Show, TikTok, Instagram, X. It don't matter. Snapchat. We own all the services. We might not do a lot, but we do a little. You know what I'm saying? It's peace and love. And I'll see you all mañana, baby.